The following is a special presentation of First Horizons Green Sports Zone. This is the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show. Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything in Lower Afton with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights baseball team. We'll recap the past trio of games to finish off the regular season and preview the District 1 2A tournament ahead. But first, before we do that, we need to go ahead and get a message in from our sponsors first. So we'll be right back here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone. The Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show is brought to you by Gateway Ford Nissan, Tommy's Plumbing, and Terry's Flooring. Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything on the diamond in Lower Afton with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with Chuckey-Doak head coach Jacob Willett. Coach, how are we doing this week?
We'll find out tomorrow, won't we?
We will.
It's for sure. It's tournament time. You know, it's an exciting time, but it's stressful.
It is. Well, we joked about it when we were walking into the facility. You've had 0 cancellations, postponements, or delays in your schedule this year. And lo and behold, ironically, as soon as the district tournament starts, the day of the district tournament, it rains.
Washout, huh?
How crazy is that? I mean, you look behind us, we've got a puddle out here.
It's always to be expected, I feel like. It seems like it never fails that going into district tournament, it pours rain all week. I think it's happened every year that I've coached, and it's probably happened before I coached, I'm sure. So it just seems like it's like an annual event now. We deal with rainouts and schedule conflicts whenever this happens. But all you can do is get it in and control what you can control and be ready to play when the time comes to play.
I mean, even sometimes when you don't have weather, there's still scheduling conflicts, but that's neither here nor there. As the district tournament starts today, we've got West Green hosting South Green and Johnson County hosting Happy Valley. The winners of those games will advance to play Chuckey-Doak and Unicoi County. We'll talk about that on the back half, though. Let's go ahead and recap the end of the regular season, and not a whole lot of positives, as you said. We've got 3 losses to discuss with Lakeway Christian Academy, Cott County, and Gatlinburg Pittman. We'll go one by one. We sat down last week and previewed Lakeway, and if none of the freshmen had any welcome to high school baseball moments, they did in that one, playing a very talented Lakeway team. Take me through that game.
We lose 6-3 and didn't play well. I mean, so it's really, we came out of the gates flat, and we just didn't put it together. We gave up a couple of free runs in the first inning and never put enough offense together to kind of bounce back after giving up some free runs. So, we stayed pretty flat that game. Not a whole lot of energy, not a whole lot of life. It's kind of a frustrating one because you're playing a really good team and you lose 6-3 and you played pretty dang bad. So, makes you, we show up and play today, we'll probably get a different result, and you start getting a little more respect now when you beat a team like that. But unfortunately, we didn't, and then we have it carry over again into Cott County, and the Cott County and the GP game over the last 2 games we've played. If you've watched one of them, you watched them both. I mean, the offense non-existent, defensively. Making some mistakes. One bad inning here will cost us a bunch of runs. And then pitching wise, we walked a ton of dudes. So it's like, and what you see is what you get here over the past 2 days. You watch one, you watch both. No need to keep harping on it. Our guys know, kind of where shortcomings have been there. It's just, it can't happen come tournament time. I mean, it can't happen now. So hopefully we got those out of the way. And now come tournament time, we're ready to play. That's what you hope as a coach, And we've got a really experienced group, so I would expect us not to have to hoop and holler to get them going because they know what's at stake. A couple years ago, maybe not so much. But now it's like the guys last year, we've got 8 guys in our starting lineup, 9 guys that's been to a regional and been 1 win away from going to sub-state. So they know how quickly it can end, and they know how good it is to go to a region, but they want more. well, you're not going to get more if we come out flat and we keep struggling at the plate. And it's simple fixes, right? It's not anything that's like, we can't possibly do this. We can make the adjustments. It's just when we get in the box, we've actually got to go make the adjustments. So, and then when we get the situation defensively where we got to handle the baseball, come watch us take IO, and we're pretty dang clean. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of mistakes when we get sped up sometimes, get moving a little too fast, and then we start making a couple mistakes. Can't happen, and I expect our guys to be locked in come tournament time. So we'll see how it goes, man.
And we're positioned a little bit differently this week. You can see behind us in the middle of us, we have the seniors' numbers, and Monday's game with Gatlinburg-Pittman, or I'm sorry. Yeah, Monday's game with Gatlinburg-Pittman being senior night. Senior night, even though it results in a loss, is always a fun night. It's always fun before the game to honor those seniors and give them the respect for everything that they've done to help build this program to the point it's at today. So how fortunate were you to be able to coach those seniors that you recognized on Monday?
Well, I kind of talked to those guys before the game a little bit. And, you know, we still got a lot of baseball left, hopefully. We want to hope that. Not guaranteed, but as long as we show up and take care of business, we hope we got a lot of baseball left. And, you know, the conversation with those guys is like when you first came in here as freshmen versus where this program is now as your seniors, it's in a different spot, I want to say. Like, as a coach, I would want to say when I came in and those guys were moving up from freshman to sophomore, because it was my first year, their sophomore year. So coming in here, you know, they had 1 year without me and then 3 years with me. Really our foundation here of what's been built is about to leave us. Hopefully we made an impact on them that was more than baseball. Hopefully we taught them how to be a good teammate, how to control your emotions, how to handle failure, how to handle success, how to overcome adversity is a huge one. Like our guys, and they still struggle with it a little bit, but from now versus day one, it's night and day. And it's bigger than baseball there. You're gonna have struggles in your life, you're gonna have adversity in your life. Something's not gonna go your way at one point in your life, and probably at multiple points in your life. It's how do I not make an excuse, and how do I overcome it? So I'll give you an example here. Say you get your first at bat of a game, you go up, you get rung up on a ball that's maybe off the plate away, you thought it was a ball. Instead of coming back to the dugout, slamming your stuff down and freaking out, saying that ball's in the other batter's box, you know, there's nothing I can do, okay? Because that's what it would have been my first year, total freak out. Now hopefully we can say, okay, I got to get up on the plate, I got to be aggressive early in the count. If I see a pitch that's in the zone, in my hitting zone, I've got to do something with it. I can't get into a 2-strike count where I got to make that call come down to the umpire. And then if I do get in that situation, I got to do my best to fight it off the right field fence in the foul territory, or do something with it to make the adjustment, you know, because it's going against you. For sure it is. But there's nothing you can do about it other than do what you can do with what you got. And stuff like that's what I hope translates in life for these guys. You know, at some point, maybe, I don't know, maybe they don't get a job that they wanted. Well, how do I work and put myself into a position to get a job that I want, you know? And those are the impacts, the lasting impacts that I hope we left on the senior class, is like how to become successful men when they, you know, enter the next chapter of their life. And guys that want to play college baseball, how do I find success at the college level? Or maybe guys that want to go into the workforce, how do I find success in the work ethic and the discipline to be successful in the workforce? So that's, you know, above all else, hopefully we've instilled that and done a good job with that. And I think we've done a pretty good job with these guys. And, you know, I hope they enjoyed their time here. And I hope we still got a couple more weeks to go with those guys.
So I was about to say, their time here isn't up just yet. You've got the District 1 2A tournament up ahead, and hopefully the Region 1 2A tournament, and hopefully sectionals in a state tournament after that. But first and foremost, we have the district tournament to discuss first. So We'll go ahead and talk about that on the back half after a brief word from our sponsors. So stick with us. We'll talk about that here in a minute here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.
When it comes to flooring, trust our team at Terry's Flooring. With the largest selection in the area, you're sure to find the perfect look for your home or business. Backed by decades of experience, our unmatched customer service ensures that your project is measured and installed with precision and done right the first time. It's no surprise that Terry's Flooring boasts a 4.8 rating on Google and a 5-star rating on Yelp. Come and see my Popsy's team at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard. Terry's Flooring, quality you can stand on.
For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything on the diamond in Lower Afton with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with Black Knights head coach Jacob Willett. District 1 2A tournament is upon us. Starts today in only a few hours, but for you, it starts in over 24 hours. You and Unicoi County, being the 1 and 2 seeds, have the bye into tomorrow, so you won't be participating until Wednesday. We'll go through the bracket, talk about each game. Of course, as I mentioned last week, the brackets are posted on our Facebook page, so go ahead and check them out if you haven't. But I'll go ahead and go through today's matchups. Happy Valley will travel to Johnson County, and South Green will travel to West Green. The winner of Johnson County and Happy Valley will play Unicoi on Wednesday. The winner of West Green and South Green will play Chuckey-Doak here tomorrow on Wednesday. Let's preview that matchup or possible matchups. You played both teams twice this year. South Green took a little while to get going in both of those games being very early into the season, I think all the way back into March. And then West Green, a battle here, and then a blowout there. What are both teams looking like on your radar as we approach the district tournament now?
If it was up to me, we could just go straight into regions and not play, you know. 1 and 2 would go on, so I didn't have to worry about it, because it's never a comfortable feeling having to go play a double elimination bracket and having to win a couple games to move on. Now, I think we're good enough to play and compete and take care of business, but they're pretty good teams. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be free by any means. That's why I say I wish it was free, but it's not. Yeah. We got to show up and play good baseball. I mean, that's really all there is to it. We gotta show up, compete on the mound. No free passes. Like, that's a goal. If we can go 2 or less walks here over the next couple days, we can go 1 or less error, and we can have competitive at bats. It's going to be tough to beat us, but you know, we actually got to go out and do those things. You know, we can't talk about it. We got to go do it. So I can sit here and say everything we're going to need to do to win. Baseball's a weird game, man. We can go make 6 errors and find a way to win, or we can play a perfect baseball game. And I don't think if we play a perfect baseball game, we're going to lose. And I don't care who we're playing, but you know, we can make mistakes and find a way to win. But I don't want to do that. You know, I want to come out, execute, play really clean, really efficient baseball, and take care of business. That's what I'd like to do.
And looking at, you mentioned regions, and for Chuckey-Doak, it's simple: win 2 before you lose 2. Mm-hmm. For other teams seeded 3 through 6, it's not that way. But if you're seeded 1 and 2, as Unicoi and Chuckey-Doak are, you just have to win 2 before you lose 2 to advance to that district championship game, which automatically advances you into regions. So I know you mentioned how you don't like playing in a double elimination scenario, but do you feel more comfortable being in that bye where you have to win 2 instead of win 3 as the team seeded 3 through 6 are? I mean, what is your what is your emotions going into it as the 2 seed? How do you feel as a 2 seed?
Take it one game at a time. That's how we approach it. So how I've approached tournaments in the past is I don't really look to manage my pitching for the next day or for the next game. We try to win now. And when the next game comes, we try to win that one. So we take it one game at a time. We don't pitch off usually. We usually go straight at it when we got tournaments. Because like you said, we got to win 2 as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
The quicker you can win 2 games, the quicker you're moving on. So, man, it's not easy. It's not easy, but that's how regions is too. It's win 2 before you lose 2. And then tonight, whoever wins tonight, it's going to be the same thing. They got to win 2 after that before they lose 2. So.
On the pitching side of things, do you feel better getting that bye, knowing that
for sure
you will have better pitching? Not better pitching, but I would say you have
I hope we do.
a better look at things, because obviously whoever seeded 3 through 6 will have to burn arms tonight. Mm-hmm. They could go with a Johnny Holstaff game, 25 or less, and save everybody for tomorrow. But when you're in that 3 through 6 spot, you have to win at all costs. So obviously you feel better about your pitching situation than you do whoever you would play.
Well, that's true. I feel better about our pitching situation knowing that we're going to have everybody available. So that's good, but only one person can get the ball, right? So whoever's got it's got to go out and do their job. Doesn't matter who it is or what the situation is. I mean, it could be a guy that's had 16 innings on the year that gets an opportunity in the 5th inning because our starter got knocked out of a game to go compete. He's just as big of an impact as anybody else that we've got on the mound at that time, a bigger impact because he's the guy that's going to do the dang thing at the time. So whoever's called upon has got to be ready for the moment. You look at last night, we had 5 guys throw. Any 5 of those guys could be back in the game here tomorrow. So whoever's got the ball has got to go do a job. And, it's nice to have everybody available, but only one guy can throw. So it doesn't matter if you go crap to bed, right? So you got to go execute how we need to execute. It doesn't matter. That's why we take it one game at a time, because anybody can beat you. And our district's pretty competitive too.
Yeah.
Really. We've seen South Green beat Johnson County. We've seen, you and
West Green have had a battle. You and Unicoi County have had a battle.
Us and Johnson County have had a battle.
Unicoi and West Green was a 2-run game at
Happy Valley and Unicoi is a 1-run game.
Happy Valley beat West Green.
Yeah, anybody can lose, So you got to show up, and you can't look forward to the next day, especially if you get one loss, because the next game is not guaranteed. So you just got to go out and execute, man. At the end of the day, that's all it is, and it's stressful. But hopefully our seniors are experienced enough, and then even our sophomores have played a ton of baseball, a lot of it. Especially with Cooper and Kipton there, they've been to regions. They know how quickly it can end. Our team wants to get back to regions and avenge where we got, left off last year. That's really all there is to it. That's what they want, but we can't look forward to that so much that we get left behind in the regions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got to come locked in and ready to go.
And looking at the format also, the first 2 rounds are satellite. So 3 will host 6, 4 will host 5, and then 1 will host 4 or 5, and then 2 will host 3 or 2 will host 3 or 6, yes, and then 1 will host 4 or 5. That's the way it will look in the second round. And then after that, from Thursday on, everything's hosted at Elizabethton. Mm-hmm. So everything will be hosted at
I don't know the name of their field.
I'm trying to think of it.
It's a nice ballpark.
It's where the Elizabethton River Riders play and where the obviously Elizabethton Cyclones play. I just cannot for the life of me remember the name of that ballpark at the moment. But from Thursday to Sunday, everything will be competed in Elizabethton. First rounds on Tuesday, and Wednesday will be satellite. And then will regions be in Elizabethton?
No, that
to be determined.
The winner of District 2 will be the host of, because we hosted last year because we won District 1, so we had it at Tusculum. That was the site that we chose. So it'll be same thing for them. Whoever wins District 2 this year will have the decision on and who's available, obviously, to see where the host school would be.
and you could just think of a few possible scenarios. Of course, you've got Pigeon Forge, Eagleton, and
Probably going to be in
Gatlinburg,
Knoxville.
Pittman.
Probably going to be in Knoxville.
It'll
I
probably
would
be
say it'd
in that
Knoxville,
area. So
Pigeon Forge area. Yep.
you can expect that to be where the region tournament host site is. But yeah, we can't talk about regions too much when we've got districts right in front of us.
Yeah,
and
absolutely not.
Districts are competed in, I guess.
It's never given to you, is it?
No, less than 4 hours away from districts beginning from the time that we're speaking to you right now, and then for Chuckey-Doak, a little over 24 hours away. So that's all we've got, unless there's anything else you've got to add.
No, man, we got to show up to play, especially, whether it's South Green or West Green, just looking at both teams. I know South Green wants to beat us, and then West Green, we talk about us and Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge always ending our season. It kind of feels like we are maybe West Green's Pigeon. There is nobody that West Green wants to beat more than us. So they could get a good opportunity to do that tomorrow, and that's going to be their Super Bowl. So
South Green's a dangerous team that could have a chip on their shoulder too, because they could beat West Green and then have Chuckey-Doak in the next round. They've got an opportunity to play both county rivals in the district tournament.
Yep,
so
either way,
you can expect South Green to come in with a chip on their shoulder too.
Absolutely.
But the district tournament's fun. It's always random. You can expect at least somewhere to see an upset somewhere. Don't know where it'll be. Don't know what day. Don't know what team. We can promise you it won't be chalk, and the top seeds won't advance in each game, because that's just never how it goes when it comes district tournament
that's
time.
How it goes, man. It'd be nice.
You hope that, well, no, you don't hope that's how it goes, because then the one would beat you in the championship game. You need a little bit of an upset there in the end.
Yeah, but
you hope it's all chalk.
Yeah.
No, then you actually need, or I don't know. Would you rather want an upset over Unicoi County, or do you want that shot at Unicoi County again?
I'd like to beat them both times. I'm not going to say I wouldn't.
So you don't technically want chalk.
Golly, man, I want to make it to region.
Yeah, you make it to regions any way you can, no matter who you beat. Of course, there's obviously teams that you have that you eye on your radar, like, yeah, I'd really like to beat them and end their season, but hey, you get to regions any way you can.
You're dang right. That's kind of how we're looking at it right now. Like, we want to make sure we're still playing come next week.
And regions are rare. You ask some programs like Chuckey-Doak and West Green have been fortunate to make it to regions so many times in the past so many years, but you look at overall programs.
That's not always been the case.
No,
here.
You look.
I promise you, that's not always been the case here. I played in one of my whole high school career, and it took some magic for that to happen.
It's incredibly hard to make it to regions.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all, but next time we sit down, hopefully that is the case.
Yep.
We'll be talking about the region tournament instead of the end of the season recap, but we won't see you again until after the district tournament, so best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. We will actually be out here tomorrow night at Lower Afton, also simulcasting that game between either West Green or South Green. The winner of that, of course, will advance here to play Chuckey-Doak tomorrow. We won't be live streaming. TSSAA charges a fee to live stream in the postseason, so you will not see the game on the field. Instead, you will see Matthew Palazzo and myself. We will be up in the press box with the voice of the Black Knights, David Brooks. Well, I guess I should say the voice of the Black Knights in baseball and football. We got to give that to Tim Armstrong when it comes to the voice of the Black Knights. But we will be simulcasting the game, so if you aren't able to catch the game, you can find it here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone. So hopefully we see you tomorrow night there, but that's all we got this week with the district tournament ahead. So we'll see you next time here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.